Happy Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. It is 1 week until the Litecoin Summit. Now, I know it starts a week from tomorrow. However, everybody is coming in probably Wednesday or sooner because I know there's a pre-party. I think it's at the Goat Bar. I've been to the Goat Bar, the greatest of all time bar. That is the night before. Last I looked, it was from 6 o'clock, 6 to 9. 6 to 9 on Wednesday night, and I think they might have karaoke. I don't know, though. It's been a while since I saw that post. Pretty sure that's what's happening. Unfortunately, I won't be there by then. I come in late, so late. But anyway, it is what it is. So Wednesday night's not going to be, Westwood's going to be on his best behavior. And then Thursday, the summit starts. I think it opens at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it opens like it's a store. I mean, before, anyway. And then at 9 a.m., the doors open, and that's when the speaking starts. I guess the doors will be open before that. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of good stuff there. I know Bits Toys, he's going to be there. Speaking of which, watch me break it. We got a Lester. Little Lester, Litecoin Lester. He's got a whole collection of these different colors. I've got this one, and I've got a degenerate one, a handicapped Lester. Fell down over there somewhere. I have to scrape him off the floor. But no, these things are really cool. I've got one of these that I got at the last Litecoin Summit. It's all dusty. It's crazy, huh? Handmade by Bits. Right there. He's got a lot of cool stuff. I'm bringing my Litecoin, loading it up. I got the little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man flat on his face. He has Litecoin flat on its face. It just doesn't work. You can't use it for anything. Well, how do you think I'm getting to Vegas? And how do you think I'm getting around? Because Litecoin's my bank account. You put the money in the Litecoin, and then you spend the Litecoin. And that's what you do. So, no, good stuff. Everybody needs to get to the summit. And bank account, what am I talking about? Basically, in one hand and out the other. Story of my life. But no, I'd rather spend Litecoin and you get to hold it in your own possession. And then that way, banks can't freaking take it from you, shutdowns. What's coming in the whole world sphere, what we're seeing is the stable coins getting passed. Congress is passing this stuff. It looks like the timeline we're on that timeline. A marker has been hit. That's my feeling. That and you saw Bitcoin pop up today, like over $110,000. I think it came down. I don't know. I'm not really paying attention to it. I just got done working out. I got other things to do. So you're seeing in the crypto market, though, governments come out and issue their regulations and pass bills. To me, it was always about timing, timing in the greater markets, what's going on with the tariffs and, the resetting, the reshuffling of the deck, because that's exactly what it looks like to me. Trump is managing the U.S. bankruptcy. And transitioning into this new system and making new deals to basically fix that big burden of debt. We're going to print another $4 trillion this year, create $4 trillion. So that's a lot of money. We're going to be over 40 trillion. I said before the next president came in, doesn't matter who it is, we're going to be 50 trillion. It may be 100 trillion at this point, but it doesn't matter. They're going to roll it into the digital system. It's going to soak up all those assets. That's just what I think. And, that's kind of how you handle it. And it comes down to who produces. Who are the producers? And that's kind of what this tariff thing's all about. Who has stuff that can be produced? Because in the new world, it's going to come down to having real assets. So, have an asset like that. Bitcoin, Digibyte, whatever, Vertcoin, Dogecoin, things like that are real assets that there's a finite supply of them and they work on their own network. And it's outside of any financial institution, and you can't be, can't be confiscated unless you essentially hand it over to somebody and let them custody it. And that's what you're going to see with the banks. The banks are going to be the custodians, and, that's going to make them relevant going forward. They're going to transform into that. Think about it. You got your money saved in Bitcoin. You got a retirement account, and you denominate it in Bitcoin, and the bank holds it for you. And you're like, oh, I got X amount of dollars in here, or X purchasing power in here, and you want to go buy a motorcycle or something, And so you can leave the Bitcoin in there and borrow against it. Or you can just scrape a little bit off. But, it's like a built-in lien. Like when you have a house and you take out a second mortgage, when you take money out of it, and then the bank puts a lien on it, the loan holder lien holder, and you don't pay it back, they'll take your asset. Very much easy to do when they hold the Bitcoin, because if you don't pay it back, they already have the Bitcoin. They don't have to go and hire the sheriff, you know, to deliver papers and take you to court for a year and a half and then take the thing away. I mean, they don't have to go through all that. It's a done deal. So to me, that's the logical next step for banks. They're going to be the crypto custodians. That's what they will transform into. And you're just going to have I think a smoother transition into this digital world, and all that debt just kind of gets wiped in a way at the governmental levels, or it gets redenominated in something else that can be completely manipulated at that point. But we'll see. There may be a good framework going forward, but the thing is, it's going to be digital. Anything digital is programmable, and that's why you want to look at digital assets that it's really hard to change the code. You need consensus, you know, and all the miners have to like get on board, you know, to change anything in the protocol. I mean, you get something like Litecoin running over 13 and a half years nonstop, and there have been upgrades. I mean, Segwit, you know, Taproot, Mimblewimble. I mean, things like that, but it took consensus. It took, you know, the miners, you know, the people running the code to agree that, okay, you know, hey, we're incentivized to do this. We're getting paid every block in this coin. We want to make sure that, you know, we're not breaking anything or doing anything silly. And so with Bitcoin, you've kind of seen it become stagnant because there's that fear of don't change anything. But I mean, you know, then it kind of catches up with you because it's not scalable. And then do you want a second layer solution to scale? Well, that gets into other issues. You know, that's a centralization point. And so anyway, big, long story. The fact is, realize what's coming and take precautions. I think it's going to be smoother than a lot of people thought. You know, it's not going to be you know, another World War reset. You know, kind of, that's how they kind of shuffle the deck, turn the tables over. I think it's going to be a little bit more controlled. Like I said, I think Trump is managing a bankruptcy. What better person to manage a bankruptcy than Trump himself? I think, was it trusts and bankruptcy? I think at Wharton School of Business, he might have been an expert in. I think it was trusts and might have been bankruptcy. It might have been something else. I don't know. Somebody search it up, grok it up, whatever. Chat GPT it up, whatever. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in Vegas. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone here at the meetup that I'm having here in my area, June 20th. And we'll see. There might be some other meetups in the works. Just, you know, little day trips or something to meet all of you. You know, so if you got any ideas, definitely, you know, if you're tight with a local restaurant or a bar and, you know, it might be something they're interested in doing, you know, like, hey, you know, it might be something I can do and maybe drag the lovely Litecoin Lisa on the road this time. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that would enjoy going to these meetups, you know, at the grassroots level. That's how I got into this stuff, you know, going to these meetups. And it's important. It really is, to realize that there are people out there who are, you know, that understand what the new financial system is going to be like and are going to use those products that do work. So you got to learn how to use it. You don't want to have somebody custody it for you and really mess your world up. You know, if you don't have it, then you don't own it. It's like money in the bank. Good luck getting it out. So a week from tomorrow, Las Vegas, Nevada. Look forward to seeing all of you there. Still, you can get there for $84. That's pretty cheap. They have a lot of stuff they're giving away. It's pretty cool. So yeah, go check it out. I mean, we got people like Bits there making cool stuff. We got LTC Coffee Club, you know, 84 million. He's got a bunch of stuff. And then, so, I mean, hey man, pay with Litecoin. That's what you do. That's how you change the game. So yeah, get you some coffee from my boy, 84 million, Kyle. So that's definitely do that. And he may have some gear there. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I owe him a hat that I'm taking with me. So Kyle, your hat's on the way. Be there next week. So yeah, just looking forward to it. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Trust your instincts, trust yourself. You know, when you run into hard times and you think things are going to get difficult, you got to know inside that you're making right decisions, that you're doing the right thing. You know, it's just, you know, life can be tough and a struggle, and you have to definitely know who you are first and foremost, and then anything that comes your way, you can handle it. You know, you can deal with it. There may be some difficult things coming, you know, our way. But just know thyself and trust your instincts and trust your intuition, and know that it comes from a greater source, or you're connected to a greater source. There is a big source out there somewhere floating around, and I think we're all pieces of it, and we just have to realize that. Connect to it. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I hope to see you in Las Vegas next week. All right.